It's Casey Orr and Sean Whitfield, and we're keeping you up to speed on iTruckTV.com. We returned to the Monster Mile in Dover International Speedway, and it wasn't deja vu, but we had the same result as we did the week before. Jimmie Johnson once again dominates at the Monster Mile, and after going 0 for the first 11 races, well, he does what Jimmie Johnson does.
That's right. I think it's time for the Jimmie Johnson Victory Tour.
Back-to-back wins for Jimmy J, almost to remind everyone, hey guys, I'm pretty good at this thing, and he's historically good at Dover. Shawn, he was already the all-time wins leader. Now Jimmy has won 9 Sprint Cup races at Dover.
And of course, Brad Keselowski was on the Coors Light pole. Had a little bit of a sluggish start in the first half of the race, but managed to get some gains back on the racetrack and came in second spot. But Jimmie Johnson did get his 68th victory in his career out of 448 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series races. And this is his second victory 2 weeks in a row and his 8th top 10 finish in 2014.
There were really 2 stories to this race. The dominance of Jimmie Johnson, leading 272 of 400 laps, and then the red flag that occurred during the mid-race. A chunk of concrete flies off the racetrack, ruins Jamie McMurray's day, so everyone had to stop while they repaired that. Jamie wasn't allowed to make repairs during the red flag, so there were some discussions about that. That's just the rules. And then once the race started it back up, it was once again dominance for Jimmie Johnson.
Let's get in the results of the Fedex 400 at Dover International Speedway. And of course, as we've mentioned a moment ago, Jimmie Johnson ended up in victory lane. Second was Brad Keselowski. He had his 6th top 10 finish in 2014. Matt Kenseth posted his 3rd place position, his 20th top 10 finish in 31 races at Dover. In 4th spot, we had Clint Boyer. 5th, Denny Hamlin. 6th, Martin Truex Jr. 7th, Tony Stewart. He had a good top 10 finish in Dover this past weekend. 8th was Joey Logano. 9th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and 10th, Paul Menard.
Rookie Kyle Larson finished in 11th. Carl Edwards 14th. Jeff Gordon 15th. Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch 17th and 18th. Danica finished 23rd. And all the way down at the bottom, Sean, got involved with a wreck with Clint Boyer, is 42nd place Kyle Busch. Kyle was going for the sweep. He won the Camping World Truck Series race. He won the Nationwide Series race. Did not have as much luck in the Sprint Cup Series. Still a good weekend at Dover for Kyle.
That's right, it sure was. There were 8 caution flags for 41 laps and 18 lead changes among 6 drivers. One note I want to mention about Kyle Busch winning the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race. He's ran 4 truck races so far in 2014, has won all 4 of those races he's been in. His plans are to run 10 races in the season, and he set a very achievable goal, it looks like, to win all 10.
Yeah, anybody else behind the wheel, you would think that was ludicrous, but for Kyle Busch, you know what, there's chances are he's probably going to do it. 4 races, 4 wins, that's pretty ridiculous.
All right, in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series driver standings after Dover, we got Matt Kenseth, our new points leader. He has 2 points over 2nd place Jeff Gordon. 3rd spot is Carl Edwards. 4th is Jimmie Johnson. Jimmie Johnson is 27 points behind the leader. 5th spot is Dale Earnhardt Jr., 6th Joey Logano, 7th Kyle Busch, 8th Brad Keselowski, 9th Denny Hamlin, and 10th Kyle Larson.
In the 11th spot, Ryan Newman, 12th Kevin Harvick, 13th Brian Vickers, 14th Paul Menard, 15th rookie Austin Dillon, and 16th spot Greg Biffle. Go all the way down to 27th position. Kurt Busch does have a win, so he would actually take that 16th spot from Greg Biffle if the chase were to start today. Sean, of the top 10 drivers, only 2 don't have victories. 1st place, Matt Kenseth. 10th place, Kyle Larson Jr. Drivers 11th through 16th, nobody has victories except for 12th place, Kevin Harvick, who has 2. I think now that we are halfway through the regular season, these points are going to start mattering more. Victories are going to mean even more, and you're going to see a lot of shuffling, everybody trying to get a win to get into the chase.
Actually, we've still got a lot of racing to go. We're only 1/3 through the season.
The regular season, 26 races, and we're 13 races through.
Well, you do have a point there. It is all about getting into the chase. Of course, we just ended race number 13. We're headed this weekend to Pocono Raceway for race number 14. It's a 2.5-mile racetrack known as the Tricky Triangle. And of course, we'll keep you up to speed right here on iTruckTV.com with all the latest news and action in the world of NASCAR. Of course, you can join myself, Sean Whitfield, and Casey Orr each and every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Rock 105. We're out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and you can also find us on iHeartRadio. That does it for this week's Up to Speed on iTruckTV.com.
Right here on the NASCAR Update at iTruck TV, where Shawn and I keep you up to speed.